Welcome to Hospitality Property School. You are listening to Hospitality Property School with your host, Jerry McPherson. Welcome to another edition of Hospitality Property School. I am your instructor, Jerry McPherson, and today I am going to talk about ways to make your hospitality property memorable. Now, what do I mean by memorable? We have all visited properties that have friendly staff, nice rooms, a good view, and an enjoyable breakfast. There is nothing wrong with a hospitality property like this, and you feel satisfied paying. You get what you paid for. Does that make this hospitality property memorable? I'm sorry to tell you, nope. Now, what I have just stated should be the minimum standards for every property to strive for, understanding the fact that sometimes a good view might not be possible. What can you do to go the extra step to make your hospitality property memorable? Well, the possibilities are endless. Look at a few. Start from when your guests arrive. Make sure your hospitality property is inviting, and to do this, you need to look at your property from your guests' perspective. Is your entrance well lit with a welcoming and attractive company sign? Is it easy for your guests to park and to get to the front door without getting soaked if it's raining? Is it easy to get the luggage through the front door? Are your guests welcomed with a smiling face and help if necessary? Are your guests the way you would want your parents or grandparents to be treated? Are there specialties in your region that could be unique to your hotel that your guests can take home or share with others? For example, fruits, maple sugar, wood carvings, wine glasses with your property's name etched on them. These items could be available to sample or to buy. Do you have a streamless and simple registration system? Does your property tell a story? What makes your hospitality property unique? Is there a historical or family story that you can share? This can be done in the form of a small booklet for your guests to take with them. You can encourage your guests to take photographs on your property and then send them to you, and then post them on your website's gallery. Send personalized follow-up thank you cards a few days after your guest's departure. Now, I know this might seem like a lot of work, but if you calculate the revenue from the return business against the time it takes to write the cards, you will soon find that it is more than worth it. Develop a system for collecting your guests' emails through surveys, contests, or by just asking. And then stay in touch with information, offers, and incentives. Share the knowledge of your area and let your guests know what's going on in your region, or send them a copy of your great aunt's favorite cookie recipe. Know where you can see reviews for your property, for example, your website or property booking engines, and review them frequently. Don't be afraid of reviews and deal with any negative quickly. It is much easier and less expensive to regain a customer that you have lost than to gain a new customer. Recruit the right people. You can't do this alone, so choose your team wisely. Be clear about what you are looking for, and as I said in an earlier podcast, you want to choose staff that can show empathy. People can be taught to clean a room, to take reservations, to serve wine, but it is far more difficult to teach someone how to be welcoming, to stay calm under pressure, or to use their initiative. You want to be able to instill your values on your team and be sure they understand. This isn't only important for frontline staff, but the back of the house staff as well. Everyone's attitude towards customer service as a unit will have a great effect on your customer's experience and their likelihood of coming back and referring other people. Your kitchen staff's openness to guest tastes, your maintenance staff appearance, and your housekeeper's discretion all have an impact on your guest's impression. Encourage your team to see everything from your guest's perspective. The more of your services and products your staff are able to experience firsthand, the better. Give your staff an opportunity to be waited on in the restaurant. Stay a night as a guest. Sample any of the extras you offer. Encourage them to make recommendations and suggestions to improve your products and services. Give your team confidence, which will be apparent to your customers and will help provide consistency. Empower employees to make immediate decisions, to take action quickly, and to resolve most problems to the satisfaction of your guests. There is nothing worse than having to tell a guest that you're not able to help them and that you'll call a supervisor to resolve their issue. Any problems that may arise during a guest stay should be able to be handled by a front desk or hotel staff. This can be done by having well-trained staff. Ensure any promotional material is visible and eye-catching. No point in having it tucked away out of view. Put them in high-traffic areas, by the reception, entrance to the restaurant, or in elevators. Collaborate with competitors. When you are full, you can refer people to other properties that you have a good working relationship, and vice versa. Recognize that your guests won't necessarily want to eat with you every night, so where do you recommend? A competitor's restaurant can offer discounts to your guests, and in return you can give a preferred rate to their customers. Be visible in your hospitality property and talk to your guests. Strike a balance between being friendly or over-intrusive. When you get to know your customers personally, you get to know their likes and dislikes. You hear their suggestions and get their feedback. This can build a rapport and trust. Make sure to reward customers that give you contact details of others. The more referrals you have, the greater the likelihood of gaining new customers. If your hospitality property has a green program and policies, promote them. Travelers are becoming more concerned with protecting the environment. Companies that practice and promote themselves as being green have an advantage over their competition that has not kept up with the population's changing views. Although the best way to be environmentally friendly is to start and design with the construction of a new property, existing properties can do a lot to become greener. If you're looking for a quick, visible, inexpensive program to start to become greener, add recycling baskets to the rooms for paper and bottles. Make every guest room inviting and comfortable. When people are traveling, their rooms are very important to them. Whether your guests are vacationers or business travelers, many would like to be able to relax or need space to work. For this reason, each room should have the basics: a good size flat-screen TV to keep them entertained, free wireless internet, a coffee machine, an upgraded shower head, a mini fridge, and possibly a microwave. It'll be appreciated by your guests. Promote upcoming events, either in your property or surrounding area, so guests know what's coming up in the future. This may prompt a return visit or guests to pass on details to friends or colleagues. Use flyers or leaflets which people can take away as a reminder or to pass on to others. Do something exceptional that could be of high value to your customers but a low cost to you so you can give them added value. Give people a real reason to talk about you. For example, one that I've seen that has worked, and actually I use, is a DVD of beautiful pictures of your property and the surrounding area, which can be used as a screensaver. Have customized aroma created for your property. This can extinguish objectionable odors and freshen your property's internal atmosphere. I know I've mentioned this before, but it's imperative you talk to your guests. If customers aren't complaining, it doesn't mean they are happy. The truth is, it's easier for most guests to walk than talk. In other words, they would rather give their business to one of your rivals than to spend time complaining and hoping for a resolution. Occasionally, when a client complains, you might feel like saying, "Let them walk, it's just one customer." The thing is, it isn't just one customer. In the past, you might have heard that if somebody doesn't like something, they will tell a dozen friends. That is no longer the case. With the popularity of social media, an unhappy customer can tell thousands about their bad experience with your hospitality property. So don't be so quick to let them walk away angry. Be willing to do everything in your power and be willing to bend your own rules if it keeps you from damaging a relationship with a guest. Keep in mind, cheap rooms aren't always enough to win over customers. The truth is that customers are quite often willing to pay a little more for better quality, and part of that can come from great customer service. So in conclusion, start from when your guests arrive. Make sure your property is inviting, and to do this, you need to look at your hospitality from your guests' perspective, the way your property looks and how they are welcomed to the registration system. Get your guests involved by asking them to send pictures of themselves at your premises. Tell an interesting story. Make your hospitality property more than just a place to stay, but an experience. Send personalized follow-up thank you cards and stay in touch through emails and reviews with information, offers, and incentives. Recruit and train the right people and empower your employees to make immediate decisions to enhance customer experience. Collaborate with competitors. Be visible in your property. If your property has green programs and policies, promote them. Make every guest's room inviting and comfortable. Promote upcoming events. Do something exceptional that could be high value to your customers, but low cost to you. Have customized aroma created for your property. I would like to know what you have done to make your hospitality property memorable. Is there one little thing that makes your property unique? If you would like to share or have any questions or feedback, you can leave them in the comments section of the show notes. You can also find a downloadable property inspection form to use at your own hospitality property. You can find them at KeystoneHospitalityDevelopment.com/KHDC046. Well, that is it for today's session of Hospitality Property School. We do appreciate your comments, so if you have any topic ideas, please feel free to reach out to us on Facebook at facebook.com/KeystoneHDC, on Twitter at twitter.com/KeystoneHDC, or by email at info@KeystoneHospitalityDevelopment.com. Let's work together to put more heads in your beds. Until next time, have a fun day. This session of Hospitality Property School has come to a close. Be sure to subscribe so as not to miss any hospitality property tactics and strategies that will help you find the success you have always dreamed of. And don't forget to rate and review so we can continue to bring you the best content possible. We will see you next time, right here in Hospitality Property School.